What is Azure Data Engineering and what we are going to learn in our classes, how to configure our lab. Let's get started. Let's understand slowly. This is Sai Pranindra from SQL School. Complete practical touch from the very next item. Need your support. Good to maintain your observation notes. A scribbling pad and a pen will do throughout the course. Let's get started now. Let's understand what is Azure Data Engineering and what we are going to do as a data engineer. To get into the data engineering activities, first let's start with database. Database is a platform to store any type of data, any amount of data, and there are two basic types of databases: OLTP to store live real-time data, and data warehouse to store historical data, inactive data, to store old data, stale entries, anything old. For example, we have a live cricket match, OLTP, the old match data that can be used as a reference for predictions, forecasts, ratings, etc. warehouse. So current data live OLTP, old data warehouse. Our course is here, data warehouse activities. What is that? We are into something called data warehouse. So as a data engineer, we will be working with various sources of data. We'll be working with database sources, file sources, apps, social media, others. In our classes, implement something called ETL, extract, transform, load, ETL tools and technologies. We have data factory, data bricks, stream analytics, so on. And next step, we also have additional flavors like PySpark, Spark SQL, Synapse Analytics, TSQL in ETL. Then why we need ETL? To get the warehouse, maintain warehouse. So we have different flavors of warehouse in our classes like Spark database, open source, dedicated SQL pool, Microsoft brand, Apache Spark pool, data lake. So these are the main activities. Left side box our course 7 weeks for end-to-end implementation, for any project work, and for your resume. Good to have Power BI knowledge also attached to data engineering. With this small basic introduction, let's understand more into what we do as a data engineer. As a data engineer, we are involved in various ETL technologies, warehouse technologies to bring the data from database and non-database sources, structured, unstructured sources. So in our data engineering classes, we need to learn step by step lot of activities divided into three different departments: ETL department, storage and staging department, warehouse department. The blue boxes are Microsoft specific, yellow boxes are open source. Our course involves integrations, CI/CD, logic apps, IoT with project work. So no doubt things are bit vast. Here it is. Total 7 weeks classes plus 1 week project. Your involvement will be required at that time. I am there to provide the complete solution, explanation, project FAQs. Your interviewer may ask you like what you did in your project. Explain your project. Why you did this? Why not that? What's your colleague doing then? Something like this. Or what kind of requirements we get from the client? What kind of deliverables that you can assure to be approved immediately? What kind of requirements you may see in your work items? To go there into the project, we need to invest 2 weeks in storage module, 3 weeks in data factory synapse module, and 2 more weeks in Databricks and Spark module. Total 7 weeks. Finally, project work for your resume, and we'll take it very, very cautiously. Here is the day-wise roster of our entire course. In case you are planning for combination with Power BI also, then that set of items are different. You may opt for only data engineering or data engineering combination with Power BI. You're already aware of MS SQL. If you want to have a prerequisite, say if you want to have a revision, refresher kind of thing, then no doubt you'll enjoy even the yellow box as well, separate item. This particular class today continues for core engineering activities, lab configuration. We are here, the blue box. Separate schedules, separate classes. I will be the caretaker, either for the left yellow box, right blue box, or down orange box. I will be the only caretaker at our school. Let's get started now. How to configure Azure for our practical real life activities from next class. What we do? Yes, let's understand slowly once again what is data engineering. What are the components involved? What's their purpose? And how to get the configuration? I mean the required installations, configurations to start our course. On my screen, what is engineering? An art of designing different data structures to perform extraction, transformation, and data loads, preferably into a warehouse. The second database type few minutes back, OLTP and warehouse. So it's all about warehouse, ETL for warehouse. In our journey, we come across various components. We have storage components. They store files, tables, etc. ETL components. Here comes the concept of notebooks, pipelines, and the mixing part. Data bricks. We have notebooks. Data factory. We have pipelines. Synapse. We have both. Data warehouse concepts. Spark databases, open source, Spark SQL. Synapse warehouse, Microsoft brand, Transact SQL. It's all about TSQL queries. Programming is not required, but querying knowledge is required. And we have serverless pool, Apache Spark pools, Delta Lake, etc. for more interactive data warehouse implementations. And we have other helping hands, live streaming activities, stream jobs, IoT hubs, event hubs, logic apps, key vaults, monitor, alerts, and Entra. Old name of Microsoft Entra, Azure Active Directory. I request you to by heart these left side terms for now. By heart all these left side terms terminology. The right side definitions we are going to involve practically step by step anyway. Complete notes, material, concept wise FAQs I will take care. Project work, solution, certification, samples and material both I will take care. Certification material to be provided in the first weekend of the course. A 400 pages PDF, latest certification content, it works, part of the course. Prerequisite. Please install 2019 or higher SQL Server. 2019 or 2022 from this website link and revise constraints and joins for initial 2 weeks. By third week of the course, please revise stored procedures basics also. Request you to have a card, a debit card or a credit card from your end to activate your free trial. This free trial will be valid for 30 days. After 30 days, again another card for another 30 days. Preferred. You may use your own card or your family member's card. I logged into my bank account yesterday, applied for a virtual credit card, and I got it in 10 seconds. Trust me, 10 seconds. I mean, getting a card is not that difficult now. We call it Insta cards, something like this. Anyway, just a sample, just to get some idea, okay? So getting a card is not much difficult. Make sure your own free account throughout the course. You can use paid account, but it proves to be a bit costly. We need to practice more. Why to compromise? We are learning for the health of our resume. Why to compromise? Try to get the maximum from the course. Let's get started now with the configuration. So far we learned, I'll provide you all these notes anyway. Complete detailed step-by-step course notes, assignments, part of the things anyway. We'll take it. So far we learned small introduction with components. Now let's understand how to configure our Azure account. So far we are learning what is Azure, and as a data engineer we are into ETL and warehouse, those components. Now comes lab configurations. So what is cloud? Cloud is a virtual environment to host any data or applications. Easy, secured, faster access using web URLs and tools. Benefits of cloud: faster and secure storage, easier data access, low maintenance overhead, big data support and faster ETL. There are various cloud providers. Prominent cloud providers are Azure, AWS and Google Cloud. You may opt for data engineering for either Azure or AWS. Both are equally doing good in the market and they have their own good number of data centers as compared to Google. You may go for one of these with us or a combo of both as per your experience and resume requirements. We are into the 7+1 8 weeks Azure engineering here. If you are into AWS, separate trainer Mr. Sharad is equally experienced, and 2 months course separately. Altogether entirely different. We are into Azure Planet, a Microsoft cloud to host, secure, manage and access various apps and data. Very cheap, comparatively cheaper. Highly secured, easy integration, and both Windows and non-Windows platforms can happily enjoy its presence, Azure components presence. To start our practice from the very basics, we need to know three important environment types. Software as a service, SaaS. 100% cloud will manage. Here we are going to learn components like Azure Active Directory, Azure Monitor and Azure Key Vaults, etc. All these come under SaaS. PaaS, platform as a service. Majority components Azure will take care. Remaining we need to take care. Here comes something called Azure SQL Server, Azure Synapse Analytics, etc. They come under PaaS. IaaS, infrastructure as a service. In our classes, we are going to have Ubuntu VMs, open source, Apache Spark clusters, and something called Unity catalogs, etc. They come under IaaS, infrastructure as a service. I repeat again in simple terms. We go to a restaurant. We order some food item. The ambience we enjoy, that is SaaS. 100% restaurant owner will take care. Assume the restaurant is, say, having some self-service option for some reason. Say it's a restaurant for breakfast, assume. Self-service. I get the token, I go over to the counter, show my token, they give my, say, dosa or whatever it is, and I come out onto the sitting area to enjoy my breakfast. That is PaaS, platform as a service. They prepare, I serve. 80% work they do, at least remaining 20% work I have to do. Restaurant remains same. Their ambience, I'm not paying separately for it. Their token system, I'm not paying separately for it. They prepare, I serve. And nearby Star Hotel, there is a buffet or say American breakfast. Nearby Star Hotel, American breakfast. They put all the ingredients over the counter. I go there with my kids. I take 2 bread slices and try to prepare a sandwich out of it. They had the oven over there. They got the bread slices and they got chicken ham or tuna fish or whatever. Or best example, Subway. You are making your own sub out of the ingredients. Remember, in this case, they prepared the dish for you, you serve it. In this case, they got the ingredients ready, we prepare the dish. I mean, Azure has such beautiful options for us to taste. Trust me. From here, we need to slowly step into Azure account creation. Once we get Azure account creation, then we have something called subscription. From subscription, we'll continue working with our component. That is our next step. And before we proceed practically into our classes, I said we have 3 different departments, right? I said we have something called ETL department, storage department, or say data factory synapse, Databricks, and other one storage module, data factory synapse module, Databricks PySpark module. Total 3 different modules. Here is a complete notes to get some idea. You take one module, you have the detailed step-by-step notes and FAQs. All I need is your support, your interest, your rapport with the subject to practice more. After one module, we have FAQs. Then goes next module again, detailed notes step by step, migrations, optimizations, IoT, etc. It's all end to end. It's all end-to-end activities, detailed step-by-step notes. Next, good amount of tasks, scenarios. We have something called incremental loads, aggregated loads, Apache Spark pools, CDC, SCD, so on. No doubt, things are a bit vast, but need your support. With this, we'll pause for some time, and then we need to continue working with Azure account configurations to follow. We'll wait for some time. Over to you now. Any questions, please let me know. Then we'll proceed for the configuration part, the main activity next. We'll do it next. Yes, Bhagya Lakshmi, Bhumika Sharma, Arvind, Kailash Karki, Shobit, Jubair, others, please, others, everyone, Praveen, Prakash, anyone, everyone. Any questions, please let me know. We'll continue. I'll compose the email in the meantime as I'm waiting for your questions. Please, any questions, anyone let me know, please. I'll wait.
Yeah, Python is also required for this course.
Sorry, brother, miss your question again. Please tell me.
Python is also required for this course.
Python is a part of our course anyway. Whatever Python we do from scratch in our classes should be enough for regular data engineering activity. We have 20 plus examples exclusively on Python, and that should work. Still, you want to have Python more, you can definitely consider to join our 4 weeks Python course, 6 weeks Python course, 3 months Python. It's such a vast subject. Whatever we do here in our course should be enough in general. From scratch, we'll do it. there. Okay, we'll do. Thank you.